That 60 seconds goes by fast. Well, welcome back. We are talking about pending stimulus checks, at-home COVID-19 testing, terms for early school starts, and drive-in graduations. Joe Chiodo from KCTV5 News this morning is working from home and joining us now with a look at what's making news today. Joe, good morning to you, sir. We're talking stimulus again. 60 million Americans are still waiting to receive these funds. What's up with that?
Yeah, good morning, Bill. I think that's what a lot of people are asking right now. What's up with that?
Yeah.
So many people frustrated that are really depending on this money, and it hasn't showed up in their bank accounts yet. So this is from the $2 trillion stimulus package. We know this was signed back in March. There's been no real rhyme or reason as to why some people are getting them now. Some people maybe got them the day they were available, and then others are still waiting today. So the question becomes, how long could some people end up waiting? Well, here's a finance columnist with the Washington Post.
For some, 2 weeks from now. For others, it could be several weeks or maybe even the end of the summer.
So kind of a little frustrating, right? I mean, I guess we have to expect some inconsistency with this, and not everything is going to go, super smooth whenever you're handing out money to so many Americans, but definitely a concern for those people who are relying on it. Also worth noting here, Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, he wants to block President Trump's name from appearing on federal stimulus checks in the future, and we know that you could be getting a second round of this, so it'll be interesting to see if his signature does end up, if we do end up getting a second check.
Yeah, I did check online at the IRS's Get My Payment website, and we were actually finally, after getting an inconclusive result for the first couple weeks, we were finally able to enter our banking account information. So hopefully that leads to a little bit more expeditious movement of that money.
And I will tell you also, if you are checking, you don't need to obsessively check all day long because they only update it once and it's overnight. So if at 8 a.m. you check and you're still not getting your money, well, you might as well just wait till the next day. Okay. It'll save you some peace of mind.
Yeah, good news there. Well, this is also some interesting news here. I know we've heard a lot about the antibody testing for folks who have had COVID-19, but now there's an at-home blood test that's available.
Yeah, so that'll detect COVID-19 as well. You can buy it online. You don't need a doctor. The test comes straight from the Quest Diagnostics lab as well. And exactly how it works, well, we aren't sure yet, but what we know is that once you paid for it, you can make an appointment to get your blood drawn, and then you can end up seeing your results later online. We wanted to know exactly how much peace of mind those results would actually give you and whether you could trust them.
There are several inherent problems that we are continuing to see with antibody tests. Even some good labs may produce tests that aren't fully validated or vetted.
So kind of take it with a grain of salt. We know the test is $119, but if you have the money and you really want to know, it may be worth a shot. Now, if you are diagnosed with COVID-19 and you've recovered your blood and the antibodies, those could be used in a trial with KU Med and the Mayo Clinic. That's a great way to help out. We've heard the stories of people who have had it and now are helping others. They're going to start treating COVID-19 patients with the plasma of those who've already recovered. Several states have done this so far. You can call the community blood center if you would like to donate. It's pretty cool. It's crazy what science can do.
Yeah, and how fast it's working too. Let's talk over to school now, and it's kind of the future of summer school and maybe what even the beginning of school here next school year starts to look like.
All right, so kids right now are probably loving the fact, well, most of them. I know some are sad to be out of school, especially those seniors, maybe the younger ones. But they're loving the fact that they're getting like a 5 or 6 month summer. But what we're learning is that social distance is causing problems across the country in terms of keeping up with their learning. So California Governor Gavin Newsom says kids are missing out for too long a period of time. So the possible solution here, he's floating this around, would be getting the school year started as early as August or July rather than September, which is when they go to school out there. It's not clear exactly what that would look like here in Kansas City in the metro area. We've been checking in with our local districts about whether something like that could happen here in Kansas City. I know, Bill, you're a parent. I am wondering what Allie and Gavin are, dealing or how they're enjoying their extended summer. What are your thoughts? Would you want them going back earlier, or are you enjoying the family time?
I take it on both sides. I think I like having them home, but in in the other hand, you know, I know Ellie, she's 6 years old and she wants to go back to kindergarten and play with her friends, you know? So that's kind of where they're at. Real quick, I want to get to this because this is kind of a unique thing. You mentioned those high school seniors going to miss out on some of their graduations. The KCK School District just announced kind of a unique idea for their ceremonies.
I think it's really unique. I think it's a pretty cool idea, too. I mean, it doesn't make up for the fact that you won't walk across the stage, but how about taking your graduation to the drive-in? So seniors will be holding their diplomas at the drive-in, all in separate cars. Ceremonies will be held at the Boulevard Drive-In with 6 different graduation events encompassing the entire thing. The first will be on June 1st. Students are encouraged to decorate their cars just like they would their graduation cap. So something to at least make it memorable for them, Bill. You know, I've really been trying to think of just how tough this is going to be for those seniors. And what popped into my mind today was also, especially for the people like the valedictorian.
Oh, yeah.
That's a monumental moment. I do believe, if I remember this correctly from our morning show, they will stream it inside the cars so they could also do their speeches and still hear all of the traditional parts of a ceremony.
Yeah, just tune into 89.7 there on your radio, and you can hear it in digital quality, I think, at the Boulevard Drive-In. So, all right, Joe, thank you for your time this morning, sir. We appreciate it. We'll talk to you again soon. And Pat
we'll
Yogi
see you
for
later.
me. All right, Belinda.